Good morning all, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bear Pit TV. My name is Craig. The 2017-2018 season is right upon us and I'm so excited. It's been a bit of a pessimistic summer, but we're back and we can at least look forward to some football again, and more specifically, some football involving Stoke. This, of course, is my first 11. It's the feature that I continue to do every Friday. I'm trying to figure out if I'm trying to guess what Mark Hughes is trying to do or just go with my own gut feeling. Generally, it's going to be with what I think should be played. So with that in mind, let me jump straight into it. So, in net is going to be Jack Butland, Stoke City's #1, and by the end of the season, he will certainly be England's #1 going into the World Cup, which is quite an exciting prospect to have. The formation I'm going to go for is 4-3-3. Now I know we've tinkered a little bit with 3 at the back throughout pre-season, but there's one specific reason why I want to try this formation, which you'll find out later on into the lineup. So at the back, I'm going to go for Eric Peters at left back. We haven't got many options there left really. He didn't have the greatest of seasons last year, but let's give Eric a go. Centre back, I'm going to go with Kurt Zouma and Ryan Shawcross. I'm not too sure at this stage of the latest status or update of the Indy deal. If he was there officially and available to play, I'd probably still go with Ryan and Kurt Zouma for now. Fullback, this is a really difficult one, and it's out of the box, but I'm going to go with Diouf. He scored the other day, his form's been okay. Glenn Johnson's form's a little bit wobbly, so I think Diouf deserves to start in that unfamiliar position, which of course is becoming more and more familiar for him. Moving further forward, we're going to have Joe Allen and Darren Fletcher, which the more I look at it on paper, that's a really good defensive / box-to-box sort of midfield pairing to have. I really have got high hopes for them two as a pair. Moving further forward again, and then my whole reason for this formation of 4-3-3 is specifically so we can get Bojan in that favoured number 10 position. Now I'm not saying Bojan's had the greatest pre-season. If I'm honest, I doubt he will play tomorrow, but I feel since him and Mark Hughes have made up, there's one last roll of the dice we can go for with Bojan, and I think he needs to be given that opportunity. I think he needs to be given the best part of 5 to 6 weeks in that number 10 position. If he's not doing it, fine. I think it's probably time to drop and maybe even consider looking for Bojan to go somewhere else. But if we can capture that player that we had, we've got a player on our hands. We all know that. We all know how good he was, and we need to give him one last shot at it. And I think it'll do his confidence the world of good to start on the first game of the season. Up front, left to right, I'm going to go for SOBHI on the left because he's ace, he's going to be wicked, and he needs to start featuring in our squad more frequently. Shaqiri on the other wing on the right. He's had a good pre-season, probably our best season before the actual season started. He's really starting to show a bit of form that he's the main man at Stoke now, that he can grab a game by the neck. Up front, for those that listen to the Bear Pit podcast, it's no surprise, but I'm actually going to go with Berahino. A lot of people are calling for Joselu, some people even Crouch, and I understand reasons potentially for both of them. But we signed Berahino with the sole purpose that he's going to be our main man, and I think to drop him now would completely knock his confidence, and it would undermine the point in us buying him slightly. We've got to give him time. I don't take pre-season too seriously. I know he didn't have the greatest. He scored a little tap in, and his all-round play wasn't great. But it's pre-season. Again, similar to Bojan, he needs a good 4, 5, 6 weeks to really see what sort of player we've got in our hands. Now back at the club and fully fit. So there we go. To recap, Butland in net, Shawcross and Zouma centre backs, left back Eric, right back Diouf. Defensive midfield sort of pairs, Allen and Fletcher. Further forward, we're going to have Bojan. Then left to right, SOBHI, Berahino, Shaqiri. There we go. First game of the season, Everton away. Is that spot on? Is that wrong? Would you have gone for 3 at the back? Would you have dropped Bojan? Who would you brought in? Let me know in the comments. And we'll see you at Goodison tomorrow for, if I'm going to chuck in a prediction at the end of this video, we're going to win 1-0. And that's through gritted teeth, but we've got to be optimistic. Come on, Stoke.